We'll start out with some opening comments from Coach, and then we can go to questions.
These games like this are so good for both teams. Greg and I were talking about earlier, we hope the NCAA goes to more of them because you want to play guys, you want to get a lot of guys experience. But the situations that arise playing teams like this, it's just invaluable. And I thought both teams got a lot out of it. I bet you both teams are going to go back to the film room and say there's a lot of room to improve. But that's why you do it. Find out how you can get better. And that's what I would say is with that. But I thought both teams, Wisconsin's hard to guard. I mean, they're Blackwell, Boyd, and then they're bigs, winners, and then Rab. I mean, it's just a different dynamic with guys that big that can shoot it. It's just a different dynamic. It's good for us to see that this early in the season and prepare for it.
Okay, questions for Coach. Nick, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Nick Olson with 247. What did you see from Kai Rogers throughout the recruiting process, and just how have you seen him kind of adjust to this level of game so quickly?
You know what? One thing is we have been really low on rim protectors, and we thought he could block shots, and he actually blocked some shots tonight. He's got good hands. Just like a lot of freshmen, the game's sped up. The game is sped up to all freshmen in the country. And when they can get it to slow down, when you want to be good and want to do good, you try really hard. And that's Kai. He wants to do well. And when the game's going fast like that, as it happens for a lot of freshmen, it starts to go. You start to think a little bit. When Kai just starts to play through a lot of stuff, he's going to be really good. He's got really good hands. He's got a long reach. He can touch. He's coachable. He's got a lot of those characters you want. We just got to get him minute. We got to get him experience and get through that until the game slows down from a little bit. But he's going to be terrific for us.
Here comes the water.
So much.
Another question. Go ahead.
Say spotted cow.
It seemed like you guys were getting a lot of good looks in the first half. Especially in the first half, what was kind of going right for you guys in that side of the ball?
We made some shots. We hit some threes. They do such a good job of when you dribble, they just take away the gaps to get to the rim. I thought one of the things I think we can do really well is get to the rim, and we couldn't get to the rim very often. So we had to kick out, and when we didn't make that extra kick out, we got in trouble. I think that's where some of our turnovers came, and we talked about that and said when we drew in simple basketball, draw and kick, that's when we were having our best looks because Wisconsin makes you do that. They really take away that rim by coming off you, and they dig and rake really well. But you got to be able to step in and make some shots, and we made some shots tonight.
Right in the back, Coach.
Where did your post defense improve in the second half? I think you cut their production around the rim in half. Just different changes, just getting used to their size. What was the big key there for you?
I think we were doing our coverages better, a little bit better. We had some really bad switches in the first half that we talked about that just they were late. They were late and they exposed it. We just got to be better with our ball screen coverage. If we're going to switch it, you got to switch it and be an aggressive switch. If you're going to be in a drop, we were mixing just like they were mixing ball screen coverages and on us, and we were doing it to them. And we just in the first half, we every time we had a really bad mistake, we saw it and they capitalized. And Blackwell, he can really he got a good mid-range game. Any coach that's out there, analytically, if you got a guy that can shoot mid-range like that, man, he can really hit that mid-range, and it's a great shot for him. And he's really tough to guard in different ball screen coverages because he can shoot it and he can go by you, and he's kind of strong. He bounces off you.
Go again, John.
For you as a Chicago area native, somebody who spent a little bit of time in Milwaukee, what's it like for you personally, kind of getting to coach here?
I think it's I love this area. I actually lived here 10 years. I was a UWM assistant back in the day in the 90s. My wife and I was here, and so I love this city, and I love this area, Chicago area. And I had a ton of friends from Chicago come up. So this was a great opportunity. I think it was such a win-win to play a team like Wisconsin on the road near Chicago. But they're just the people were great, and I hope it goes like that all year. The people courtside were so gracious. They were great. They were rooting the heck out of Wisconsin, but they were great fans along the way, and I hope I get that all year.
Go ahead, Michael.
Some familiarity with the way that Wisconsin plays the ball screens on offense, but I guess what element does Boyd add when he pushes the pace?
Yeah. Well, I saw it last year when I'd watch him on TV. I saw how much adjustments they made, and Greg's done a great job with just the pace, and he hasn't lost the discipline and fundamental playing faster. And that's what I think he's done a phenomenal job coaching, is that he has not lost any kind of fundamentals, any kind of they play the right way, and they're just playing it with way more pace, and they're really tough to guard. I think I'm looking forward to watching them this year and seeing how their year goes, because I think they're going to be a really good team because they got a lot of pieces and super fundamental. They're skilled bigs and they're strong bigs. So their pace is real.
Any more questions for Coach? Just do one more, John. Go ahead, please.
What was it like kind of actually now being able to challenge?
I'm sorry?
To actually be able to challenge, kind of what was that like?
Oh,
First time.
I hated it. I lost it. I want to know. I'm watching. You know, you guys don't want to hear this because you're Packer fans. I'm watching the Bears too much. I'm ready to pull my my flag out of my pocket. But yeah, I'm 0 for 1. Actually, it's exhibition. I'm still 0 for 0. That didn't count. I'm gonna go there. So it was funny because the officials too. They were trying to get the terminology wrong. They're right. They said to me like, Porter, we're going to get the terminology. This is our first time too. Your challenge was not. You did not work, and you have no timeouts left. I'm like, I don't want to hear that again the rest of the year. But it was interesting, and we got to get better from the sideline. Like there was a little bit of hey, it wasn't sure, but it was so late. I probably shouldn't have done it just to have the timeout because we had a lead. Because even my guy wasn't sure. So you learn. It's a definite learning curve for all of us. But I know this: never use a challenge in the first half. That's 101. Challenge 101. All right, guys, thanks.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Good luck.